featured in both the FA Cup quarter-finals against Manchester United, so filling in for the injured Adrian in the Premier League won't faze him. It was a disunited back four against Swansea, but Slaven Bilic sticks with the same personnel tonight, though Cheikhou Kouyaté will offer some extra protection. How appropriate that a local lad, Mark Noble, leads the Hammers in this final season here. It's been an excellent one for him personally. Diafra Sakho comes in for Victor Moses on the right. Andy Carroll has scored 4 in the last 3 games on this ground. He will want to leave an even longer lasting memory. David De Gea has done more than most to keep Manchester United in Champions League contention. Daley Blind, who was rested on Saturday, is recalled tonight, so Marcus Rojo moves out to left back. Morgan Schneiderlin surprisingly replaces the ex-Hammer Michael Carrick. Marouane Fellaini, who was excellent in the cup game here, is still suspended. Anthony Martial back after pulling up in the warm-up at Norwich on Saturday. And Marcus Rashford, who scored a glorious goal here last month, should be fresh after his first break since he broke into the first team. Untried Raphael Spiegel, a former Swiss under-21 international, is the backup goalkeeper for West Ham this evening. Phil Jones, who hasn't played for the first team for over 4 months, gets a berth on the United bench. The sheer volume of interest around this part of East London tonight has been really responsive to it. Talk about being hemmed in their coach. They're hemmed into their own penalty area at the moment, Manchester United. It doesn't lead to an effort on target despite the spectacular attempt. Lanzini and Reid in there, but was there a push on it?
Well, it was Reid that went down. He didn't make a huge fuss of it. They do well to change the angle of the cross, and Andy Carroll winning it. There's a little barge. Rojo's got his arms fixed firmly on the ball. I don't think that's enough.
Payet, nice 1-2 with Lanzini. New players here really their colours in their first season at the club. Kouyaté. Strong ball by Cresswell. Lanzini's in behind Sakho. Sakho places it in the corner. Great start. Inside 10 minutes. Cultivated build-up. That's always been the West Ham way. And it was passed in.
Well, it's a beautiful bit of football, isn't it? So well crafted, this goal. How about this for a beautifully weighted pass from Cresswell into Lanzini. And Sakho does ever so well, just to back off a few yards away from Daley Blind. Mind you, having done that, to beat De Gea from there with what is a side foot, the accuracy has to be spot on.
Just
gets a clip off Daley Blind, doesn't it, which helps him a great deal. But at full stretch, De Gea can't get it. What a start.
Good in the air too, he's trying to get in. And it comes all the way back to Noble. Manchester United almost caught out again as the attacks come thick and fast here.
Yeah, Mark Noble, he's got some confidence now in front of goal. He got a great volley.
Going forward from right back, still learning the defensive side of that position. Here's Carroll. Payet!
Antonio's a tough man to knock off the ball. Shows some strength there, and nothing wrong with the strike. Just needed a bit of perhaps the international players are used to playing against.
Clear here, played on by Daley Blind incredibly, and Carroll makes a mess of the chance. Into another corner.
What a chance, Burnley. What a chance, Bird. You see him just backtracking there, Daley Blind. Why, I don't know, because you can see these other defenders. Not a great effort.
One United so far here. Cleared Noble. Where's that going to drop? The flag is up. The flag is up. Antonio was into his celebration too. It'll be a corner. The assistant.
How on earth was that curled out? Got a big call from the linesman on that far side. We'll get a decent idea here. Oh yeah, I think it maybe does go out a yard or two, doesn't it?
From Rojo, Martial, and now Rooney. He scored from impressive in training as well as in the matches. And here's Saka, has been impressive tonight. Lanzini skimmed it, but just past De Gea's right-hand post.
I'm sure Louis van Gaal won't be overly impressed with the fact that he was allowed to let.
Martial trying his luck on the right-hand side. Reversed it into Valencia. Mata was coming in, Rojo was coming in, but there was a push. Mike Dean graphically explaining his decision. 52,000 season tickets have been sold. They've been at very competitive prices, and they've been very competitive out on the pitch here. Here's Payet. Well, that's unlike him. And Slaven Bilic turned away.
Well, this time it's Martial that gets caught in possession. He slips. He's got choices right and left, doesn't he? Mark Noble chooses Payet, not surprisingly, but what a miss. He has a quick glance at the turf. It bounces up on him, doesn't it? Even so, you'd have expected so much more.
He recognises the value of a second goal, and they've had that free vantage point. I'm sure it's been very useful for so many years for the residents in the flats. Collected here by Valencia. Rooney to whip it in. And that was Rashford coming in with a header.
Well, it's a glorious ball in from the United captain. He's ahead of his man. Just ducks under it, doesn't he? Strange one, that.
Impish in his play in this first half. Saka with a goal. Antonio, who loves to shoot. And he's got to half a dozen. Trying to take the corner. Massed around the penalty spot. It came in certainly reachable for Saka.
Yeah, I think he could have done better. Rose well.
Academy. He's on as the second half. It's a skewed clearance from Daley Blind. Kind of a bit confused by Carroll's presence, and then Payet still trying to paint one line out as baseball. You get to keep the ball when it's hit into the stand. Here's Rashford. Licence to put Mata in. Chance for Manchester United here, and a goal from Martial, 1-1. The picture changes. And Manchester United's need for victory emphasised by their start to this second half.
Yeah, they've begun it with so much more purpose and pace. It just comes from that long kick. And where West Ham were winning those kind of aerial challenges, they didn't on this occasion. Mata on the overlap. And Martial at that far stick, where he got a goal against Leicester, didn't he, a couple of weeks back? The simplest of finishes from him.
Well, he is the top scorer these days, and he's in front of the top scorer in past times, Wayne Rooney, beaten to the killer moment by Martial, by the younger man. And what Slaven Bilic was fearing has happened.
As the tide has turned.
Here's Carroll. Breaks to Payet. hits the outside of the netting.
Well, Andy Carroll having a word with the ref, feeling that he was fouled in his tussle with Chris Smalling, but he didn't, he slipped. Not a bad effort, this.
Not a bad game.
Not a bad game, no.
And we always said that Payet to take the free kick. West Ham trying to reclaim the lead here. Oh, they really could have done that. Saka not quite sure which part of the body to go for.
Well, spots on Martin. Probably can't believe that he's been allowed to just drift in unmarked there. It's an awkward one. It was in between, wasn't it, really? In between a header and getting...
In July, Noble and Carroll coming in. Not going directly for goal. Just asking Reed all over him.
He got knocked to the floor just a few minutes earlier.
Mata going on. The back heel from Rashford. Almost teeing up, and Herrera. There's a bit of contact as the ball was running out. Had Manchester United appealing for a penalty.
Yeah, it was Cresswell, went in fairly hard. It's a good effort from Rashford with a little back heel. Times he's run well.
Touch off the back heel from Antonio actually spared West Ham. Others are trying to block the defender so Carroll can have a free run at it like that. Martial got it off the line, joining the end of the wall, and Payet goes for goal. A squib of the damage in the quarter-final. One of them was always going to be in the semi. Rooney, he's done well on the burst. Rashford, Martial fancies his place against Reed, and rightly so, and ended up in the back of the net. Martial has got past West Ham United again, and this has turned around. It's not going to the script in the East End.
Well, he's a fearsome customer to face when he's squaring up a defender, when he's running at you with that kind of power and pace. Having said that, Darren Randolph has gambled, he's anticipated the cross, he's left his near post. Great work from Wayne Rooney to begin this counter. After that, it's all about Martial, and Randolph will not want to see this again.
Rooney made it happen initially, on from Rashford, who went on into the middle, but it was all about Martial from then on.
Whether he meant that or not, he has a little glance up for Rashford. Doesn't really matter, does it?
Well, on a night where the message was simple, win, they are now leading, having been behind. There's missed. Can he produce? Dimitri Payet. Not by the wall. This on the outside. Oh, and Antonio's in! Antonio equalises! Free header. Finally taken. They're happy again here on this special evening. 2-2 now.
Well, if Payet couldn't deliver from the free kick, he could when he got back on the ball here. A lovely pick out. And what about this for a header from Antonio? He keeps himself onside. That is not an easy finish for Antonio, but whoa, does he tuck it away beautifully? Just when they needed it, West Ham. Just when their heads appeared to be sinking. I got
2-2. And here comes Payet again. Oh, De Gea can't keep it out. Winston Reid is the man, and West Ham lead for the second time tonight. There is a fifth goal and it's theirs.
Well, I wondered if that was an own goal because of how David De Gea reacted. He just couldn't get his body in the way. And for somebody of his reactions and agility, it must have come at him so quickly. It is Winston Reid who just gets a solid connection on it. maybe he sees it late. And it's De Gea who can't get the solid connection. What a turnaround.
And now for the first time tonight they want the final whistle here. But there's 10 minutes to go. Astonishing. Comes Carroll. And Antonio is onside and he can run. Where's he going to run to? He's going to go for goal and the final moment of glory here, but they've won it. Reid all about it. Winston Reid is the man who's wrapped it up at Upton Park. They've finished with a win, and what a win. And you could say the final whistle for the final time almost trumps the result, but I don't think it does, Alan.
Oh, it's been a magnificent occasion and a fantastic fight back from these West Ham players. They would not take no for an answer. What a match.
Well, the football gods smile down here on West Ham. Winston Reid won it. They went in front early through Sacco. A lead that was lost to Manchester United. Anthony Martial picked up a final day brace here in this stadium. But once the equaliser went in from Antonio, West Ham reclaimed the momentum. Sadness, nostalgia, feeling bereft. The second home to many will soon be demolished. But what memories, especially tonight. West Ham 3, Manchester United 2.
And what a way to say goodbye. It started 112 years ago with a 3-0 win over Millwall. And I'll bet it wasn't as noisy as this. What a way to finish. They've saved one of their very best to the end. 2-1 down to Manchester United. Roared on by this fervent crowd from the very first minute to the last. And that's what it means to Slaven Bilic. Reduced to tears by the occasion, by the performance from his team, and by the thrilling atmosphere created by these most passionate of fans.